In one video, we showed you how to do this. In the next video, we showed you how to do this. In this video, I'm going to show you how to combine the two. So turning from forwards to backwards, and then backwards to forwards. I'm Katie, and you're watching Skatey. Let's quickly talk about weight before we start. So in order to turn from forwards to backwards, let's do that first, you need to be able to put your weight slightly more towards the ball of the foot. So you need to be able to almost stand like this. Not fully, not completely lifting your heels, but you need to lift those heels off slightly so you can turn. A really important thing to note is your shoulders will really help you to turn. So if I'm skating forwards and I want to turn to backwards, the first thing I need to do is open my shoulder. Now this is if I'm turning to the left. So if I'm turning to the left, I'm going to open my shoulder. So when I turn, my shoulders have taken me round. The most important thing to be careful of is that the rotation doesn't continue. So what you need to do is to check this back shoulder so it doesn't continue round. So you want to stop when you're square. As I travel forward, my shoulders are square in my direction of travel, but I'm going to turn. So now I need to turn this shoulder and turn the hip, which will help me turn this leg. And then as I turn, I'm going to square back up again. So this is a closed shoulder position, and this is an open shoulder position, closed. So I start closed, and I turn, and I close again. When you turn from backwards to forwards, you will feel more comfortable going one way than the other. Again, it's like left-handed, right-handed. So the way to tell which is your dominant foot is next time you walk up the stairs, just take a notice of which foot you lift onto the stairs first. That tends to be your dominant foot. And you also have a natural way that feels more natural to turn. So I like to turn this way, but you may prefer turning this way. So it all depends what feels most comfortable for you. It's great if you can do both ways eventually, but start with whichever feels the most comfortable and then you can work up from there. The safest way to try this for the first time is standing still, because that way if you end up with your feet against your direction of travel, you're not going to fall. The hardest thing about this move is to get your feet round. So if I've got my weight on my right foot, this left foot is free. This left foot can almost lift up. There's not much weight on this at all. But because this is the first time we've done it, we want to have a little bit of weight on here because the 2 feet is good for security. So most of your weight on this right leg. Now this foot is going to go down behind you, and then you're going to put the weight on this one, and then this foot, more weight on the ball of the foot, and then you can turn it. Now I know this is a really awkward position, but once you get it, you only need to be in that position for a split second. Let's try it moving slowly. So weight on my right foot, turn this left one, weight on the ball of my foot so I can swivel this one round. And you're backwards. I'm going to do it one more time nice and slowly, and I want you to watch my shoulders, how they open when I do the turn. So my weight is all forwards, and as I bring this foot round, I have to open my shoulders to match my feet. And then weight on here, and I turn and close my shoulders at the same time. And that action will really help to turn your body and turn your hips. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat this one. It is a more advanced skill. So to be able to do this, you need to be able to skate backwards on one leg, whichever leg you feel the most comfortable, but you do need to be relatively secure on one leg backwards. Pick your preferred leg. So for me, it's my left leg, and I'm going to go left to right. So you start off square, free leg in front because you're going backwards, and then you bring this leg in, and as you bring it in, you start to turn your hips. Now the cool thing about turning from backwards to forwards is you don't have to do this position because it's very awkward. You can push from just behind the heel like that. So one thing to mention with this is that it's quite normal when you start to do this, and then lots of people kind of scoot that leg, this back one, but that's okay because we're learning, it's no problem. I mean, I'm from an artistic skating background, so we have to do this, but you can do whatever feels the most comfortable for you. Okay, so let's do it rolling. So here we go. All your weight on here, turn the shoulders, bring the foot round onto a nice bent knee. Now, this is hard, so please be patient with yourself. You will get it, just take it at your own pace. So that's it, backwards to forwards and forwards to backwards. Now remember that these are quite advanced skills, so be patient with yourself, keep yourself safe, helmets please, and wrist guards. And I'm Katie, and you've been watching Skatey, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Once you've picked your preferred leg, it's a tongue twister. Once you've picked your preferred leg, ah!